Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna hopefully finish this tree for real. I've got quite a bit of leaves, so I'm really hoping this will do the trick. I've got some blocks as well, just in case I need to get back up. But my hope is, of course, it's going to be nighttime the moment I start the episode. We're just gonna sleep that off real quick. Anyways, I posted another video this morning. If you guys want to check that out, it's pretty good, I think. I'm a little biased, but I spent a while working on it, so if you guys want to check it out and let me know what you guys think, I do appreciate it. But we're gonna work on this for now. I probably will have another Happy Wheels episode as well soon. We'll have a little bit to talk about because PewDiePie just started posting Happy Wheels again. And I don't know. I don't know how we locked in like that, but me and PewDiePie are apparently on the same page with stuff, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna finish this tree hopefully today, and I may end up talking about Star Wars again. We'll see. But for now, I want to talk about My Hero Academia because I just got caught up with the English dub version. Two? Hold on, okay, need to go two here. I just got caught up with the English dub of My Hero Season 8. I think there's only two or three episodes left before the season's over. And I mean, this is like the greatest show I've ever seen. I don't know. I think My Hero is one of the best stories ever told, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I think Deku and All Might are truly some of the best examples of kind of a superhero ever, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't know. I have a weird relationship with My Hero because I started it season 3 maybe. A long time ago, whenever that was, and I didn't hate it. I just never could get into it, and then the fan base was super weird over the COVID uh over the quarantine, and I just kind of forgot about it. Like I never, it was not for me. And then over the last year-ish, give or take, uh, I'd say probably closer to 6 months, I picked it back up and started it again. All the stuff I really wanted to watch was kind of on a lull, and I was just kind of waiting for other stuff to come out. And so I picked it back up again, and I am so in on My Hero now. And I think it's genuinely one of the best. Like, I think it's better than Attack on Titan. Truly, I do. And I love Attack on Titan, but I just think this is so good, and I cannot wait to see the ending. I read the manga as it came out. Manga, I don't know, whatever it's called, but um, as it came out last year or 2 years ago. I think that was 2 years ago. Ugh. Because that was right when JJK was ending as well, and I was reading those leaks at the same time, and that was, I mean, talk about a tonal shift. But I think they're so. I think the two of those are both so good. I really hate Jujutsu Kaisen's ending, but I really actually love My Heroes, which is weird because originally I liked Jujutsu Kaisen more, and I might still. I'd really have to think about which one I'd like more. Um, but I mean, I'm all ready to glaze My Hero. I think it's such a good movie, or not movie, sorry, story. Um, and I just can't wait for the ending. I think it's going to be so good. Um, and I'm really glad that it's kind of broken out of the weird narrative it was in, thanks to the fan base around it. Because it was not good, and I definitely understand why people didn't want to watch, because the fans were so weird. And it wasn't a great time in the My Hero timeline as well. There was a lot of stories that people just didn't really care about at the time. Um, so that's part of it, but I think they've really nailed the landing kind of. There's not really a lot of filler, so it's not like, Naruto, where you can just say just skip the filler episodes, and it'll be fine, because not it's not that easy. But okay, this is good. Anyways, I think it's fantastic, and I think everybody should watch My Hero, because I think it's just one of those stories. I was talking about it recently-ish. I don't remember what episode, where I was talking about how we just need more stories about hope, and I think genuinely, I think Deku is one of the greatest superhero stories of all time, and I think that's kind of his message, is overwhelming hope and kindness. I think, um, I don't know, I think that's just such a needed thing right now. I think there's a lot of problems in life that could be solved just by giving people hope. Um, and I don't know, I've never really been into the anti-heroes and morally gray heroes and stuff like that. Um, I don't dislike any of them. I think, like Deadpool, and then a lot of the superhero movies that have come out in the 2010s and 20s, I think is a lot of morally gray stuff, and I don't hate it. I really think there's great commentary of things there, um, especially The Boys. I think is a very good commentary on stuff like that. But in terms of what I would rather see, um, it's definitely the heroic stuff. I would definitely rather see, um, overwhelming optimism and those things, because I think, as corny as it is, I truly, when I'm struggling in life, like I have been recently, and I see the stuff like this, Superman, My Hero, things like this, I really am able to remind myself, hey, it's going to be okay. And you have a responsibility to uh, take care of yourself and others. And I think that, that it's as corny as it is, that's the truth. We need more of that in life. We need more stories that remind people that the good guys win. Um, Even when we feel in such like a time right now where it feels like the good guys never win, and the only way to get ahead is to cheat. I think that's what we really need right now, is reminders that You know, the willpower to do good will overcome anything. And I think My Hero's the greatest example of that. Bar none. I'm not willing to budge on that at all. I think there's a lot of great stories, but I think My Hero is just such a masterclass of emotion. And I don't know. I truly don't know how to talk about it, about how much it actually means to me, because um, it's like the greatest story I've ever heard. And I don't know how else to talk about it other than just saying you guys need to watch it. Um, for me, it started pretty slow. I think up through, I think I got, oh, that's not what I meant to do. I think I got through about halfway through season 2 when I originally stopped watching. And it wasn't like I stopped watching. I still planned on watching, but I just needed to take a break and watch other stuff at the time. And when I finally got back into it, I mean, that was really where the show picks up. And it doesn't miss from there. At that point on, it's about as flawless as it gets. Um, so anyways, that's really kind of the great point. The show's not bad at that point. It's still a good show. I don't really, it just wasn't for me at the time, I guess. I don't entirely know what the deal was. But anyways, I am so back in on My Hero now, and I think, you know, it's these kids that you can't help but root for, and I don't know how they did it. Okay, shoot, I don't know how they wrote such uh I don't know how they wrote such so well this stuff. Um I don't know enough about the literary techniques to say why uh this story resonates so well with people, but I just know that it does. I know that this is like the premier story in terms of the stakes and the kind of philosophy of it and the kind of what it's saying to my generation and to really all the generations. I think it's just an important story to be told right now. You know, there's just so much negative stuff out right now. And that's not stuff I hate. I think there's a lot of great negative storytelling. But when I think of the stories that really have impacted my life, the positive influences far outweigh the negative ones. I mean, by a million miles, I think that's the case. And I don't want that to change. I think that is the correct way. Oh, dadgummit. Struggling to place it, Gavin. But anyways, I don't know. I think there's like kind of the same, but not at the same time is Andor. It's not nearly the same, but I do get that sense of optimism from watching it. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like it's obviously not a happy story. I won't spoil Andor, but I will talk about Rogue One. And Cassian dies in Rogue One. And so that's kind of a crappy place to have to write a character. There we go. But the kind of overwhelming message of the rebellion is that, you know, even though... Oh, shoot. Let's see. This is... I did it right, but I gotta think now. Just do it this way. Yeah, let's just cover this. I don't want to leave that exposed wood. But I'm almost done with the tree, so that's pretty awesome. I didn't expect to actually finish it up, to be honest. I was expecting to need a bunch more stuff. So now we can decorate it. I need to get the decorative resources at my disposal. But let's get down the tree really quick. Ow. Let's put these away for now. Let's sleep the night off, and then we'll get to decorating the tree. Anyways, I think, you know, and/or the overwhelming message is that it doesn't matter who makes it or doesn't. The rebellion will endure, good will endure. And I think that's a great story to tell, especially right now. Oh, there's some ice for blue. Should have maybe lapis, maybe redstone. What are we thinking? Do I have any redstone? I guess that kind of answers that question. I have gold somewhere, don't I? Let me look. Should have some more gold. That's not. It doesn't really get. I guess it gets me a little more, so we can. I need to make a blast furnace at some point. But let's just do this, and then we can strip those, I think. Because that'll be like a good. Yeah, I think that'd be a good color. And then we'll do the gold for the gold, the glowstone for the star at the top. Yeah, I think we'll start there. I think that'll be good. Maybe we can put some beacons up there in the future when we have more stuff. But yeah, I think that'll be a good start. For the meantime, I need to find another red though. I don't want to do netherrack. And I don't have redstone, so I think we might just be doing. I think we might just be doing the one color, which is okay. Or the one version of red. Yeah. Okay. Let's make some gold blocks. Okay, let's get back to decorating. Anyways, my hero's peak, and I really do want everyone to watch My Hero. It's just so good. I don't have enough good things to say about it. Tag on it. I have to go all the way back down to get back up. Anyways, there's just so much good stuff going on with My Hero, and I want people to be involved forever, because I'll do it again. Let's see if I can be smart about this, though. Okay, that saves me a little time getting back around. let's start with this. And then trust the vision, guys. I promise I'll do something here. Oh, it's got enough. I don't have enough. That'll be sad. Oh, I do. Okay, sweet. There's the star up at the top, and then we can got 5 gold to work with here, so we can just pick. Okay, well, glowstone's gone. Pick random blocks to replace here. It's glowstone really quick. That wasn't smart. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, we're gonna get this going here. Promise. There. We'll take that. We can take this one. There we go. So there's that, and then we can start putting ornaments on the tree. Now the question is, do I want to place them in the spaces in the tree, or do I want to replace them? I don't know. Let's do the spaces. Let's do the spaces. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyways, My Hero is so good, and I think everybody should watch it. I truly do not have enough good things to say about My Hero. Shoot. I gotta go back around, get back up there. I do not have enough good things to say about My Hero, and I hope that all of you, if you receive nothing from this episode, it's that you need to go watch My Hero Academia, because it's just one of the defining stories of my I mean my life, but especially my generation. I think there's a lot to be said about this, that it's overcome the kind of death of it by being known for having a weird audience, like a strange audience over COVID. It was not good for the franchise at all. And it's not the franchise's fault. There was just weird people. Dadgummit. This is not easy to get all up here without falling. I think that's good though for that. And then we can go down. Is that, yeah, that's everyone. Okay. I think we'll go every other down here. Anyways, I think that it really had a moment there where it probably felt like the story was over and that the weird people had ruined it. And it's really kind of taken on another life in the last year. I think we've been able to see, we treated it a little harshly. The stuff it was creating was still good. It was the people that were weird. And I think that's more apparent than ever now. So yeah, I think you guys should watch it. I'll try and stop. I mean, that was 24 minutes straight of talking about My Hero Academia, so I'll try and talk about something else for the last little bit. But I've just been watching a lot, or I guess consuming a lot of really good media lately. Trying, oh, gosh, dang it, I fell again. Okay, this is not easy. anyways, I read the new Jedi Order, as you all are aware, because I spent 45 minutes talking about it yesterday. But I've just been sitting on it more, and I just think they're so good. Or I guess I haven't read them all, so um, I could be, changing my tune, but I think, as far as public perception, I've read most of the bad ones at this point. And I mean, I didn't even hate the bad ones, truly. I thought they were pretty good. But I can understand why people didn't like them, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend I just get it more than they did, because I can understand why people didn't like it, but I just happen to like it. Shoot. Anyways, I don't know. I just think it's a very cool story, and I just think it's better than anything else the franchise has done since, which makes me sad because I really like the franchise. And I just wish we can kind of get back to that storytelling because Star Wars is not just for kids, and I think that's kind of the Disney takeaway. I think that's why they thought it was a slam dunk for their brand, was that it was for kids, and that's just not true. It's not. It's not just for kids. There is a lot of for kids about it, but it's for everybody. It's just a story. It's not meant to be owned by one generation, and I think that was what kind of led to the timelessness of it. Was that it had this kind of timeless feeling to it, and I just hope we can get back to that. I think there's just not that same reverence of the source material that there used to be. Oh, okay. I think, there are these good stories coming out right now, but none of them even hold a torch to the creativeness of these stories. Shoot. Anyways, that's all. I really like Star Wars, and maybe this is just turning into a book recommendation, or I guess media recommendation let's play, but that's okay. I'm okay with just doing that, because it's good stuff. We're almost done with this tree, though. I'm kind of shocked at... Well, I'm shocked, A, that it took this long, and B, that I didn't blow up and die several times. Okay, the gold doesn't look as good as I thought, but let's get up here and get a good look. Yeah, look at that. Look at that pretty tree. That took me so much time to build. Let's sleep the day away real quick. Or sleep the night away. And then we can go check it out in the day. And I think that'll be it for today's episode. Thanks for sitting through me figuring out this tree. It's been taking a while, but we're getting there. Yeah, look at that tree. Okay, the gold looks better during the day. That's okay. There's a stray somewhere. There he is. Not my problem. Anyways, that's a nice little landmark. I need to refill the trees. It's all kind of bald now, thanks to the efforts I made to get all these leaves. Because I can show you guys over here. There's just a bunch of nothing over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some saplings and replace all that. That's not good. But anyways, check out this tree some more. Check out another angle. Look at that. I really like that. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think this is great. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I've kind of forgot where I left off. I had to stop for a second. But thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll figure out something else to do with this tree, or after this tree, for the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you guys are still here, I do appreciate it. Consider following if you are sitting here watching these videos. I do this every day-ish, give or take. I try and do it every day. Miss a few days every once in a while. But anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.